Hey guys, welcome to Actor Talks. I'm Ayana Taylor, and today I'm interviewing Lexi Flores.
Hi.
How are you doing, Lexi?
I'm good. I'm very good.
Good.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing well. Happy I'm interviewing you today.
I know it finally happened.
Yeah, we haven't had a couple, times where we had to reschedule.
Actor life.
But it works out, and here we are right now.
It does, yeah.
Awesome. So I gotta tell you how I know Lexi. I actually just met her. So I have a friend that I went to school at Baylor University. Shout out to Travis Scott. Travis.
I love him.
So I went to school with him, and he knows I'm out here in Los Angeles pursuing acting, and he was like, oh my gosh, there's this bomb, amazing person that you need to meet. Her name is Lexi.
Travis, my favorite hype man.
Yes, he is. He was a total hype. He's like, oh my god, you gotta meet her. You would love her. And so I connected with her on Instagram, and we've just been talking and communicating this whole time, which has been so much fun.
Very
and
fun.
So I was like, of course, I gotta have her on this. I gotta have her on my
Very
channel.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're excited to do this. I'm excited to have you.
It's just fun to always talk to other actors, and you're like,
Absolutely.
okay, cool, I'm not crazy.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're not at all. Without further ado, you ready to hop into this interview?
I am.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, Lexi, so my first question for you, tell us, where are you from and how did you end up in Los Angeles?
Okay, I am from Houston, Texas.
Texas.
Very proud Houstonian. And I ended up in LA because since I was 5, I wanted to be an actor.
Wow.
Never changed.
Wow.
A lot of people try to change it, for sure.
Wow.
And I was always told, I'm like, if you're serious about acting, you gotta move to LA. So at 10, I told my dad, I'm like, let's pack the family and move. And
Get the whole family. Let's
he
go.
had issues with that, so I had to wait till I graduated.
Aww.
But here I am.
Yeah. I
So.
love that. I love that. And just to kind of ask you real quickly, what were some of the things or career paths that people around you were trying to get you to do that's
Oh my
what you were
gosh,
in acting?
everything.
Everything?
Everything. I got lawyer, so I'm really good at debating.
Of course, I can see that. You
I got
said the
doctor
case.
because I have 3 brothers, and I loved giving them we loved gutting fishes.
Oh my god.
We grew up in Houston, and we went fishing a lot.
Yeah, I can see that.
So we loved
can see
cutting fish open and exploring them, which is so weird. But yeah.
Serial killer. We love gutting them.
No, I have watched enough SVU to know not to do that.
Exactly. All right.
But yeah, I got all the classic ones that are doctor, lawyer, teacher, and all those are amazing, amazing jobs.
Absolutely.
And in my head, I was like, I can just play all of that for you guys. I don't need to do this.
I don't have to study this for the rest of my life to actually do it.
I can just go read the script and I'll know exactly what to tell that guy has.
Exactly.
Yeah. So a lot of the classic great jobs that I wasn't passionate
have
about
a burning passion for.
Nope. I was
That's
and
good.
I love trying new things. I'm like, why do one career when I can do 1,000?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So many careers, so many lives to be had in this career.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun
really
getting to be someone new. It's fun getting to experience a whole different side of you and different characters. And so I was like, why not?
Yeah. Well, good on you for pushing through and not letting the people and opinions deter you from your passion, because that's important. That's so important to know that if you know it, you're gonna pursue it. Okay, so follow-up question: you moved out here. When did you move out to Los Angeles?
2011.
Okay, so you've been here. What I'm trying to do calculation. 9 years.
Yeah, it'll be 9 years this August, which is
Wow.
insane. And
Okay.
I feel like I switch friend groups every single year.
Oh my
So
god.
many people either
You're
move
coming
or
or going.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Especially in 9 years in LA.
Yeah,
This is very much a transplant city.
Right,
So you
absolutely.
either see people who stick it out.
I
or
mean,
people
you're
who get tired.
that's commendable. 9 years in Los Angeles.
It's something I'm very proud of.
Yeah, you should be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a year and a half coming up on 2 in September, so it's a tough thing.
I'll never forget
Yeah.
someone telling me that there's timelines to be in LA. So if you're here 2 years in LA, congratulations, you'll always make rent. If you're here 4 to 6 years in LA, 4 to 6 years in LA, congratulations. It's you'll finally book one thing. I was like, okay, great. And if you're here 10 years in LA, congratulations, you finally worn down the casting director and have a TV show, and you're like, oh sweet, 1 year left. All right,
you're close.
1 year.
1 year. Oh, that's so awesome.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And it actually has kind of proven to be true. Yeah, because I feel like I booked my first big thing around like the 5-year mark.
Okay.
So I was like, wow, it really does take like patience and grit and
not putting the time in,
not leaving.
Yeah, I've heard that. That was a note that I got from someone. It was just like, you know, just stick it out. Like if you want to be successful, this isn't about get rich quick or try to get the success right off the bat. Like you have to be willing to commit and put the years in. So
I laugh really hard when people are like, I want to get rich quick, so I'm going to become an actor. Like, oh, there's so many other things you can do that will get you richer a lot faster.
Exactly. Oh my God, my teacher actually said that the other day. She was like, this is the only career where people can say, I want to be this. I'm going to go and try to get famous and get all this money real quick. This is the only career, as if this career is the easiest way to get all those things.
Just so funny. Like, I'm like, please show me your ways. That's not possible.
I mean, you hear about those random times where you got picked up at working at Sonic, like that one time. It's just like,
I feel like every single guy is trying to like do the whole Harrison Ford thing and like become a carpenter, hoping that they'll walk into like George Lucas's house. He's like, you need another Obi-Wan.
See, I feel like I could just talk forever with you. Like, is this interview going anywhere? I think it is. But okay, so the question I wanted to ask you is through these 9 years in Los Angeles, what was the what's been a big takeaway? Just because I mean I haven't been out here 9 years. I mean I think it's really, like I said, commendable. Yeah. Has there been like something throughout these 9 years that you can share with us in terms of like this grind?
I think it's really not listening to negative people. Which sounds very, I don't know if that sounds cliche but I feel like after a certain while, especially if you do stick it out this long, you will encounter the people who are jaded, or you will encounter the people that are like just still negative about it, or still think like, or you know, not like people who are ahead of you, whether it be by age or by years lived here, kind of get to you. Because I think the biggest thing to remember is you are not anyone else. You are you. And so it's like, even if you have a twin, I guarantee you guys would still go after
your
different
career.
things.
And it's not gonna mirror it.
And like for me, like there were times where I'd meet people who were older than me and they're like, oh, you're so cute, you're so young, you're gonna get jaded, you're gonna burn out, you're not gonna like it or whatever. And I'm like, I refuse to listen to anyone who gives me negative advice. I always kind of take it with a grain of salt. But also, I think the biggest thing is that no one can ever tell you the path. No one can tell you what you are and aren't going to succeed at, and no one can tell you what you can and can't do.
Absolutely.
Because our industry is changing. Diversity is changing.
Constantly,
like all of these big factors that are coming in that weren't around not even 3 years ago. And like the amount of like opportunities that there are, whatever. No one can make you negative or turn your career negative. So the biggest thing to me has just like been filtering out those people. Because it sounds silly, but sometimes even like people who may be like, oh man, I believe in you. Just, you know, you really better hope that you don't get this thing or whatever. You know, it's kind of like those negative thoughts. I'm like, I don't need that energy.
I don't need that toxic mentality in my life. And that actually kind of made me think of a quote, and I'm going to butcher it, but it kind of gave me the essence of hearing that negativity from different people. There was like the analogy was about a ship and how, like, you know, the ship essentially can't sink on its own. You know, that water has to come in and let it in. So if you're allowing stuff to come in and start to sink your ship, that's when it will go down. So you have to stay tight. You have to keep everything locked in, your confidence, who you are, your identity, to not let those negative thoughts come in and start to drown your ship. Because once you do that, then it's just like, just keeps pouring in, and then the water keeps going in, and it's like this, like, you know, this spiral. So.
I think it's that, and like here, you know, reminding yourself that you can't be comparing yourself, because it can be very. There have been so many times where I've auditioned for a TV show and I'll be like, "Why she looks like me?" or she sounds like me, or whatever. And I'm just like, you know what? Let it go. Most of the time, you're probably too tall. Like, there's some. I'm 5'6", which apparently for women is too tall if you're not a model.
Okay, well, I'm good. 5 foot. I got this.
See, you will thrive. But like I've learned that
to the point though.
You know, like you have to. You can't get upset about that.
Okay.
You can't get upset of like whatever you can't control.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to like lose sleep over it.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing too. Is also like after an audition, let it go.
Let it go. Like drop it. Like throw the script away. Like don't look at it anymore. Like literally.
I'll never forget. I had a guy friend in Houston who was awesome and took me to this audition. Okay. And afterwards, he was just like, "Cool, we're gonna go get ice cream now." And I was like, "Why?"
Oh.
Like it wasn't like a bad audition or anything. He goes, "No. After an audition, you always need to do something good for yourself.
Yeah, celebrate.
Something simple like getting ice cream, getting froyo, doing whatever, but just doing something that makes you happy to forget about this audition, let it go, and don't think about it again." Wow. And I love that.
Yeah.
It's like now, after an audition, if I'm not going to do that, then I'll go do a really fun workout with a friend, or I'll go to brunch with a friend, or I'll go meet someone for coffee. Like
I love
to completely like, okay, cool, this is done. This audition is closed. If I get a callback, I will open it up again. If I don't, then cool, I did it. It's done. I know I'm not going to dwell on what I didn't do or what I should have done or whatever, because it's not like I can reverse time. So what's the point?
And at the end of the day too, it's like you got to live, you got to do what you love, you got to play, you got to have a fun time. So whether you get it or not, that's the result. Like your goal is to go in and just do and allow yourself just to be present in the moment. So already it was a win, just being called in the room and being able to do your craft that day. So
I think that actors forget a lot of times that we get the opportunity to play, because that was something that like my word for 2020 is play, which sounds so it was really fun. And for me, I'm very much like a planner.
Okay.
So I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that like writes out like my day to day. And so whenever I go into an audition, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna play.
Yes.
And I noticed that for a while I wasn't doing that, and I was like kind of like almost had kind of been going with the cues of like, okay, cool, walk in, say your name, hi, hello, let's do this scene, cool, goodbye, and like go about it. Yeah. And almost like forgetting the enjoyment in auditioning. Because I have so many people who like hate auditioning. I'm like, guys, we get to go and practice. We get to go and practice. We may even get some advice back.
Absolutely.
We may get a casting director. We get to make someone else either laugh or have a good time. Or also too, it's like the waiting room, give the opportunity to make new friends.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That literally happened to me. Like a girl that we're gonna start shooting a short film. Like I literally met her in audition room. Shout out Theodora. Hey girl. But I literally met her in the audition room, and it was just like, this girl's really cool. She wants to create stuff. I want to create stuff. Let's get together, and we stay connected. And it's been great.
That's how you meet other actors. Exactly. Let's be real. Where are we all the time?
Auditions. Might as well make some friends along the way.
Might as well.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing that tidbit in terms of your experience in Los Angeles. I'm going to come back and ask you another advice, so just go ahead and prepare another one, somewhere in there. Okay. For the second question I have for you, tell us what actually inspired you to start the pursuit in the career to act. Because I like to ask this question because I want to show like acting can be something that you're passionate about, that you love to do, but you maybe never saw it as a career or something to pursue lifelong. And so was there a moment in time for you that was like, okay, I think I want to be an actor?
This is okay. I feel like people are gonna laugh at me for this.
It's okay.
Well, like, okay. Since I was 5.
Yeah.
Since I was 5.
Yeah. So right then, it was like 5 years old.
Okay, look, I was watching the Power Rangers, okay? I wanted so badly to be Kimberly. I wanted to be the Pink Power Ranger. I thought that they were just the coolest, like, example of what, like, a powerful woman is. Because it was these women who were fighting equally alongside the men.
Absolutely.
But their costumes were so much cooler because they had a skirt and pants at the same time.
Of course.
And they were just these really cool girls who were, like, just so, they were just kicking butt on TV. And I loved it. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. What do I need to do? And I love that, like, I looked over at my dad and it wasn't like, oh, you go outside and play whatever. Like, my dad straight up looked at me at 5 years old and was like, well, kid, you take karate classes and that person is called an actor. So you would have to take acting classes. Like, that's it. That's what I'm doing.
Wow.
And, like, it sounds like, my entire life, if anyone ever asked me what I was going to be, I was like, I'm going to be an actor. And obviously, like, through the whole middle school, high school ages, everyone's just kind of like, you're so cute. Yeah. Change your mind or whatever. And I never changed my mind. That's what happened is I just, nothing lit me up the way that acting did. Nothing made sense the way that acting did. And so it was to me, I always kind of felt out of place in those middle school, high school things because
people were doing other pursuits.
They were doing other things. Or like again, it's like when we're those ages, we say that we're gonna be rocket men, and you know we're gonna do all of those crazy big things that seem impossible.
Right.
And to me, you know, again, to the rest of the world, they're like, this is a very big, impossible dream.
Yeah.
But to me, I was just like, no, guys,
it was simple. It was realistic.
This is my career, you know, and like one of the best pieces of advice that my dad ever gave me was like, you know, live your life the way that you would want, you know, a famous actress to be seen living her life. And like, are you going to be a good example to people around you? Are you going to be a good role model to the people around you? You know? And so I never really like rebelled or did anything too crazy or wild in high school, middle school, because I'm like, I don't need this showing up on TMZ in 20 years. Like, I seriously lived my life
like, my reputation
is totally. I was like, I cannot have this show up on TMZ. There's no way I'm sneaking out of my house. I would meet boys and I'm like, you won't be around when I win an Oscar. Like, so good. Yeah, just very. I already had this business mindset.
That kept you in line. I was like, I'm set. I have a track. You waste my time, honey.
Anytime I started dating someone in like high school, I was just kind of like, cool, this is great and all, but I need you to know where I'm at. And just be like, I'm gonna be an actress. I'm moving to LA. If you don't plan on following me, then this is gonna work. Bye.
This is not happening. And that's like, it was like tunnel vision. It was like you were able to filter them out. It's like, all right,
everything. I filtered it where I was just kind of like, what am I learning for this? How is this going to teach me to be a better actress? How is this person going to be good for my acting career? Do I want these kind of friends around? Oh, totally.
Oh my God.
So it was just, I always feel like a weird kid because I'm like, I'm sorry, how do you guys not know what you already want to be when you're 12?
Yeah.
Like, guys, I knew at 5. And apparently I was the odd one because it's like, no, we're allowed to take time to figure out what we want. But like,
I love
my entire childhood, I knew what I wanted to be. And I think it also helped having really good parents who were like never ever questioned. Like if I told adults when I was a kid that I was gonna be an actor, they'd look over at my parents and kind of be like, oh, that's so cute. My dad would be like, no, that's she's serious.
She really wants to be that.
You know? Or my mom would be like, she's serious.
Yeah, we're
figuring it out.
This isn't like, this is a phase.
Yeah, this is a phase.
Lexi is committed.
I think my mom wanted it to be a phase, and I love her, and I love that she's the most supportive mom now ever. But it was funny because there was a hot second when she's like, let's just look into other careers. Let's just try this out. Or my favorite, she just wanted me to also like stay in Texas. You know, because like when you're close to your parents, they want you to like, you know, be close to home and whatever. I think of my mom and I think of like Beverly Goldberg from the Goldbergs so much. That is my mother.
I love that.
And so, like, the idea of her daughter moving thousands of miles away to pursue this career, she's just like, oh my God, please don't do anything.
Yeah.
Please don't do anything crazy. So.
No, my mom, by the same token, my brother lived in Atlanta for a couple years, and he just recently moved back, and all my siblings are back in Texas, and so now she's just like, Ayana, 4 out of the 5 are back in Texas. When you gonna come? I was like, you gotta move to California, because that's the only way you're gonna see me all the time.
My family moved here.
Did they?
My family moved here from Texas.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
My parents,
so there's
my
hope.
brothers.
There's hope. I can get it out of here.
I mean, apparently.
You can do it.
If parents love you enough and they want their whole kiddos to be together, you can make it happen.
Okay.
Yeah, it's so funny. Whenever I tell people that my family lives here, they're like, "Did you all move out here together?" I'm like, no. I moved. They followed.
Yeah.
You know.
I love
and now
that.
I have 2 younger brothers who are going to school in LA, and they are growing up dramatically different.
Yeah.
Like to them, it's
California, Texas, totally.
Different mentalities, different mindsets, different lifestyles. Oh my gosh, like them just, my brothers go to Legoland and Six Flags and Disney, and I'm like, I'm sorry, is every Saturday summer vacation?
I know. I was like, this is an honor to go out here. It's a whole thing. But
no,
this is like.
I love my little brother Max because he's 8, and he's so funny because he's like, let's just go to City Walk. Yeah. I'm like, you don't realize how cool it is.
Yes.
Or like, you know, just how big of a deal it is to just go walk Universal City Walk.
Exactly.
Or, you know, go hang out at the Americana. And he's just like, yeah, it's just the mall. I'm like, don't understand what malls are.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. This is so great.
It's fun.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you again. Thank you for sharing that, because it's so important to know that. And then, like I said, being so young and having that clarity, I think is amazing. And how you've been able to stick to it throughout all these years, still staying committed. So
good community.
Yeah. Good community.
I think it's having a good community and it's having a good group of people around you. And like, I think the biggest thing too is just, it's again, how badly do you want it? You know? Because
that's true.
Again, if you're doing this for financial reason, do anything else.
Yes.
You will be a lot happier.
You'll be a lot more stable.
Oh yeah, way more stable. If you're doing this for other financial reasons.
Up and down.
Me and my friend were joking around. We're like, the reason we make so much in one gig is because they expect it to last us like 6 months.
Right.
They're
like, you know
we're like, all right, let's stretch this out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a good community, because I've always had really good friends around me who are all very hardworking, you know. And you know, like the Bible verse, it's like iron sharpens iron. Like it's having those good group of friends who are working or keeping honest. Or it's also having real friends who are like, you can do this, but this is what it's gonna take. You know?
Yeah, they're not going to sugarcoat it.
No.
So, that's amazing.
I think that's the big thing is having, because also I'm usually the very honest friend.
Okay.
So it's nice having other people around me. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Am I this brutal? Cool, good to know. Good to know.
Okay. So. Yeah, no, that's good. Having those friends and people around you keep you on top of it. Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. And so for my third question I have for you, tell us, what is a struggle that you're going through right now, Lexi, or a struggle that you've been through that you could share with us about, you know, I like to ask this question too, because I feel like we're all struggling when it comes to something. You know, my battles may not look necessarily like your battles, but I do like to have this as an open space for people to talk about, you know, struggles they're going through. And more times than not, we're
someone
all going to relate to
it.
And they're going to like, yeah, I know the feeling, girl. So what is that for you?
I think it's learning to enjoy the times when I'm not acting. Yeah.
What does that look like to you?
You know, I've been really, really blessed in that I get to pursue acting like 98% full time.
Yeah.
So it's really cool, but sometimes, like, as actors will know, after a certain while, you know, you've done everything that you need to do.
Yeah.
You know, you've updated your actor's access, you've done all the paperwork that you do, or you've run the scenes, you've learned the lines, you've learned the language, you're, you know, working on hobbies or whatever.
Right.
And so I think for me, it's one of those, like, in between the auditions. Because, you know, sometimes you'll even have, like, a season where, like, I'm sorry, I have an audition in, like, 2 weeks. What's going on?
Yes.
What do I need to do? Do I need to do headshots? Do I need to learn a new skill? You know?
Exactly.
And I think it's in those seasons, like, okay, you know what? If I have a day off or if I have a night off, I'm like, you know, I need to enjoy this season. You know? Because obviously we want to be working actors and we want to be working full time. And I think it's also just enjoying the season that you're in that maybe you find yourself in a season of a lot of rest. Like that happened to me last year, where I felt like I just had so much time to rest, and I was constantly like, what do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? What's going on?
What changes do I need to make in my life now to get results?
And for me, I was like, okay, and I'm so grateful because my husband, he loves naps and he loves resting.
Yes. Oh my God, that is so Alex.
For me, I struggled with that so much.
Oh my God.
Where I'm like, no, if I'm resting on a Monday, I am not a good person. Like, just was not, because I feel like also too in LA, it's like you have to constantly be doing something the entire time. And I didn't, and so for me it was really difficult. And I loved it because Eric would always be like, you know, if you find yourself in an opportunity to rest, rest.
Do it.
Get your body ready. I think that we don't take enough time to rest in the in-between days, you know, and I feel like actors, we think that if we're not working every single day of our lives and we're failures as actors, and that's the furthest, it's the furthest thing from the truth. And then there's going to come a time when we are busy again, because busy seasons for actors are literally like this.
Up and down.
And we're going to have a moment where it's like, great, I'm, you know, for the next 3 months, I'm going to be working 15-hour days. And then you're going to be so upset when you didn't take the time to take the nap, or go to that museum, or go, you know, hang out with that person, you know. So I think it's a big struggle that I'm getting a lot better at, and like enjoying the, you know what, I can take a weekday and go somewhere, you know, and not, you know, base my entire life around an audition, or whatever.
Live,
so,
really, just really live.
Yeah.
It's just like, you get so lost in the grind that it's just like, you look up and it's just like, wow, like, where am I? Who am I? What did I do this year? It's just
one of my best friends, she is so good. She just like went to New York for a week, you know, and I love her spirit because she's one of those people. She's like, I'm gonna live my life and I'm going to, you know, she sees acting as a job, and I love that. Like she loves this job, but she sees it as a job where it's like, I need to take a vacation.
That is,
and I'm gonna do that, you know, or I need to, you know, I'm gonna take a staycation, and I'm gonna just not do anything for 2 days. And I'm like, I love that because I feel like she's taught me so much about how to rest or enjoy like all these things that LA has. That I've been here 9 years, and there are still museums I haven't gone to, or things I haven't experienced because I would either be so focused on doing an acting workshop or doing something acting related. And I think it's so great to hustle and to, you know, definitely put the work in necessary to acting. But I think it's also necessary too to rest and not burn out, because then eventually, like you said, you get to that place of burning out and you're like, I don't even know if I like this anymore. And because you feel like you're seeing everyone live and you're not, but no one was forcing you to do that.
No,
you know?
no.
So.
And I will make this quick distinction because I was talking to my husband about, you know, when I did make that transition to start acting. By the way, I need to do actor talks, guys, of me, myself at one point. But there was one point where I was burning out a little bit in Minnesota, and I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And he very swiftly said to me, he was like, Ayana, you don't have a scholarship, like no one, like you don't have any obligation, no one's paying for you to do this, so if you don't want to do this, then don't. And in that moment, it was weird because in that moment I almost felt more liberated and justified by why I'm doing it, because I was like, I've had to grind and hustle like my whole high school to college. Everything was like, I mean, I got a scholarship, I have this, I have to do this, otherwise I'm gonna lose it. Like there was no pressure on me to pursue acting. And when he said that, I was like, but I want to do this. And it was just like, holy crap. They're like, whoa. And that I think that lit a fire under me even more, because it was just like, I don't have that pressure of I have to make this, I have to do this, otherwise, you know, it's gonna fall apart.
I think that's the reason too why a lot of people either leave LA or just stop pursuing acting, because they get to that point where they burnt themselves out. Or they didn't like all the work that went into it, because when you actually pursue this career, you learn that it's work. It doesn't just get handed to you. You know, you don't just show up at WB and go, hi, I'd like a TV show.
Hi, here we go.
You know,
this is me. Take me.
But yeah, so it was really. I think that's like the distinction too, and the difference between the people that work and the people that stick it out, and the people that don't, because I think they find that healthy balance of work and play. And still living their life.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. It's so well said. All right. So my final question I have for you, Lexi, tell us, what is a piece of advice that you can share with people who are pursuing acting, pursuing their dreams? What's a tidbit that you can share with them along this journey?
I want this to be good.
Just from your experience.
For me, I think the biggest thing is like, I kind of like live by this hashtag, which is, fight for your dreams. And that's something that I've kind of always said. And any time that I've felt discouraged or felt like I wasn't good enough or whatever, I just reminded myself, you know what, I need to fight for this. And I think the biggest thing too is that only you can decide what your career is going to be. I know that we feel as actors that like we're waiting on someone else, or you know, waiting on another opportunity or whatever, but it's truly up to us. And I think the biggest thing too is just reminding people that like you have to fight for it. Anyone who's won an Oscar didn't do it by showing up and getting the role.
Not at all.
Thing. If that's the case too, then you know what? Forget them. That's not the right way. But yeah, I think it's like, to me, fighting for your dreams is literally like fighting against negativity, fighting against the rejection, fighting against the naysayers, fighting against the not booking, you know, 50 jobs in a row, you know, and like saying, how badly do I really want this? And the biggest thing is, I learned from Mark Atbury. He was talking to us about like, you know, finding your why. Like, why?
Oh my gosh. Yes, that's so good. Yes.
Finding your why and why do you do this?
Yeah,
you know?
It's funny you say that because the whole time you were saying like fight for your dreams, fight against this, all these things, like the word that just kept popping up was like why? Why am I fighting for it? Why? And so like the most important question for an actor is why?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So continue what you're saying. I just had that explosion of like, oh my god, because that was literally what I was thinking. It was like, why am I fighting?
Well, yeah.
Why?
Well, I think that's the thing too. Is on top of fighting for your dreams, is like, why are you fighting for this? You know, why do you want to do this?
Absolutely.
Like for me, I've learned that like I love acting, but the reason why I want to be an actress and the reason why I want to do it is because I never saw Latina girls on TV. I never saw Latina actresses on TV. You know, I never saw girls that didn't look stereotypically Hispanic. You know, and I think a lot of people think of Hispanics on TV and they think of the women, they think of them as either being very chola or being very like the hoops and the red lipstick, and I love both of those things and I rock both of those often.
Yeah, you will.
But those aren't, you know, there are also like I love that I go out for I go out for like roles of the CEO or roles of like the cop or roles of the doctor. And you know, I've played, you know, a nurse on My Ends. I've played an assistant on Jane the Virgin. Like I've done all these really cool roles where I'm like, they don't stereotypically go to Hispanics. And I love that I'm getting the opportunity. Yeah, I love that I'm getting to do that. And like to me, why I do this and why I love acting is because I get excited and I really want any little girl who may be watching me seeing like, oh cool, I can do this. You know, even though stereotypically you're not supposed to, or even though your community or where you're raised may not be may make you feel like you can't do this. And so for me, my why, like finding your why is a big deal, because to me, anytime I think of like, okay, why do I want to do this, or why do I want to do these roles, I'm like, oh, because I want Latina girls to see it and to see that, oh wow, this is possible. This is doable. This is going to take a lot of work.
Exactly.
But it's not impossible.
No.
You know,
it's not impossible.
And so that's my biggest thing is like, I think definitely finding your why. And then again, because I've learned too that a lot of actors find their why and they're like, wow, I don't like this, or I don't want to do this as a career. You know, and it's like, cool, then stop wasting your time. Yeah, you see why. You know?
You pushed yourself and you went down that route and gave it all you could, because that's what you thought at the time was for you. But like I said, that's life. You learn, you grow, you realize what works for you and what doesn't. So,
and I think the biggest thing too is like, it's funny because whenever I did that with Mark Apper, I would see other people that were like, oh, I need to rethink my whole life.
Reevaluate all my choices, because like now,
and it's not even like in a bad way, but it's like cool. You discover if you love this or not. You know, and in that moment, I was like, oh, like I love this. In the moment, I love acting.
It's a liberating moment where you're just like, oh,
and like I'm really excited to do all of these roles that should go to other people or should go to whatever, and you know, bring a Hispanic edge to them, you know, or show Mexican girls, show every Latina girl that like there's so much they can do, and that we are so much more than a stereotype, or so much, and you know that we can work, you know, we can star alongside, you know, Tom Cruise and Mission Impossible, or
Leonardo
DiCaprio, like any of those things. We can easily do that. So I think that's the biggest thing that I would say to actors is definitely find your why, and then if you do still love it, then fight for your dreams, because it's truly up to you. And the moment that you decide to stop, or you know, whatever, good for you. Or you know, if you want to do that, good for you. If you don't want to do that, but I think the biggest thing is that only you can do that.
Only you can decide. This is your life. This is your chance to live all of your dreams, or like I said, follow the status quo. So it's really up to you. It's really up to you.
So.
And I just love that, you being that inspiration for that 5-year-old Latina girl, you know.
I just remember I remember watching Disney movies and wanting to dye my hair blonde, because all there was like blonde Disney princesses. And so like crazy. I love that girls. I remember crying watching Coco, because I'm like, there are these Hispanic kids who see see themselves. My little brother was like, "Oh, I look like Miguel." I was like, "You do look like Miguel." Like I just remember having those moments. Like I love that movies have changed so much like that, and I love that if I can just play like a smallest part in being a Mexican actress on a TV show in a movie, and hopefully there will be Hispanic girls going, "Oh, cool, she looks like me." Yeah, I don't have to change who I am. I don't have to dye my hair. You know, I don't have to try to fit this unrealistic beauty standard or any of that stuff. There are real Latina women on TV who remind me of me. Yeah. You know, and I love that.
It's
like,
gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It already is amazing, but the fact that, you know, that's gonna be just a symbol of hope and just seeing representation on TV like that. It's just so amazing. And I cried in Coco, by the way. I loved it. I
was a mess. I'm like, there's so many Hispanics here. They're speaking Spanish. I was a mess. I'm like, they need to make a second one, and I would love to voice a character in Disney. But yeah, no, I think it's finding that. I love the year that we're in. Yes. Because I see so much diversity, which just gets me excited as a Hispanic actress. I'm like, I am ready. Yo soy lista.
Yes.
Like, let's go.
Yes, let's do it. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Well, I just want to thank you so much for being on this channel, Lexi. This has just been so amazing. Just having you in this interview. Oh, yes. So, Lexi, how can we stay in touch with you? Do you have any social media or website or anything that you can share with us?
Lexi Flores Williams on Instagram. Okay. Because I got married.
Yes.
So that was
congratulations.
Thank you. Yes. I like him. I think I'll keep him forever.
Yeah, you do it.
Yeah, Lexi Flores Williams on Instagram. Okay. That's kind of the big place where I post most of my stories or most of my little vents in the car after an audition of me going, this was wonderful.
This is what happened.
This was so bad. I'm going to go eat a pint of ice cream.
Yes.
Like, you know,
so, all the good stuff. Awesome. Well, again, Lexi, thank you for being here. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this interview and you're inspired, connect with her, you know, follow, support.
Yes, let's make friends.
Yes, I always like to say that because it's so important. We have to stay connected as artists, as creatives. And then also, if you like this specific interview, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe so you can stay connected and tuned in when I drop more amazing stuff. So until next time, it's worth it. Click it. So until next time, I'll see you around. Bye.
Bye.